Hello and welcome to Tommy Talks TV. I have one singular goal with this show, and that is to help you make smarter decisions so that you can have better relationships. I'd like to start, as usual, by saying a very big thank you. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I really, really appreciate you because you're helping us spread the message further, faster. So thank you very much indeed. Now, today I'm going to be taking another one of your questions, and it goes like this. I dated a man for 3 years, but we broke up in 2019. We were both schooling at the time, but I really loved him. The breakup was caused by me because I couldn't really submit to him. I saw my mom submit to my dad, but she wasn't treated right, so I concluded that I would not submit to any man. Last year, I dated someone else, but discovered that our belief systems were different, so I had to call it off. The problem is, I can't seem to get over the first man I dated. I feel like I've missed the one for me, and I've been meeting the wrong people ever since. I don't know what to do, and it's draining me daily. Well, I really feel for you with the things that you have shared, and I frequently receive messages like this from people who are experiencing this kind of heart-wrenching regret, just like you, because they have lost a relationship which they now think was meant for them. I think the first thing is, let's address the issue of why you broke up with him in the first place. I'm so glad that you are self-aware enough to recognize the reason why you reacted the way that you did in your previous relationship, because that shows me that you are prepared to be honest with yourself and address issues. And that is an essential skill for anyone who wants to build a successful relationship. So a lot of the time we carry wounds from our past which affect the way that we engage in our relationships. And very often, those wounds they're not our fault, but they affect us nevertheless. And unfortunately, you didn't have a good example of what love and submission in a home should look like, and that wound, led you to equate submission with oppression. And in your heart, you rebelled against accepting that for yourself because you couldn't see that for yourself. And that happens all the time. So we make far-reaching decisions on the basis of one bad experience. We all do it. And the thing is this: we need to be conscious of the experiences and patterns in our past that have shaped our thinking. I think that's something that, I'd really, like to emphasize. There are experiences, things we've been through in our past that have shaped the way we think, and we need to be conscious of those things. And I'm really happy that you discovered this before you got married, because very frequently people get married and they're still carrying that baggage from their past. So the hidden hurts, the insecurities, the trauma from, when they were growing up, or from experiences that they had in the past. And those things follow them into their relationships because they have not addressed them. And, they don't recognize that that is the reason why they are reacting the way they are. But the fact is that they are reacting the way they are today because of something that happened in their yesterday. And, those things become triggers. And every time someone touches that trigger, they overreact. And I'm sure someone is listening who can relate to that. But you see, the thing is this: we need to bring our hurts to God and let Him heal them. The fact that your father abused the concept of submission does not mean that submission in itself is a problem. We need to be careful about the conclusions that we draw from our past experiences, from the things that we have seen, so that we don't hinder our future relationships. So I would like to say to you, as a starting point, well done that you've recognized that fact, because now is your opportunity to open up your heart to God and let Him heal the pain of your past. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I also want you to recognize that, God is a God of opportunities and a God of second chances. So the entire Bible, when you look at it from Genesis to right to the end, the entire Bible is a litany of men and women who failed, who made mistakes, but then they had the chance to turn their lives around and move into a brighter future. So what I'll say to you is this: don't count yourself out so quickly and assume that because you made a mistake in your past, you will never recover from from it. Don't assume that, you've lost this relationship in your past and you will never recover, because I believe that it is too soon for you to draw that conclusion. I mean, think about it. You've only been out of school for 2 years, so you still have a lot of time ahead of you, and you have no way of knowing what great opportunities lie in your future. But the thing is if you are fixated on your past, then you'll be blind to the opportunities that are ahead of you, and that's what you need to watch out for. So the reality is that you cannot move forward looking backwards. So I would really, really counsel you, don't let your regret become the graveyard for your hope. Learn from it, but don't chain yourself to it. Leave the regret in the past, but take the lessons into the future. That's the whole point of making mistakes, that you take the lessons into your future. And I'd also like to say to you, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself wholeheartedly. Forgive yourself, and give God an opportunity to heal your heart and prepare you for a great relationship in the future. Because a major part of this whole thing is that you're finding it hard to forgive yourself, for the part that you played in the relationship breakup. But you've got to forgive yourself and just give God that opportunity to heal your heart, so that He can prepare you for what is ahead of you, rather than wasting all your time on regret. Take your time to build yourself up now and develop the skills that you need to have a successful marriage in the future. So that's what this period of your life should be about. It should be about investing in yourself. It should be about developing yourself, learning what you need to learn, to be the woman that you need to be in your home. So read books, attend seminars, expose yourself to wisdom that you need to be the kind of woman that would be a blessing and an asset to your husband. And just make up your mind that the next time a great relationship opportunity comes around, it will find you ready. That's how you're going to make that mistake count. So I really, really want to encourage you, trust God with your future. Trust Him with your future. He specializes in engineering recoveries. If we're just willing to give Him the opportunity, just willing to approach the future with faith rather than fear, just knowing that God can rewrite our stories. And that really is my prayer for you, that you will believe and you will trust God that He will write your story again. He will rewrite your story and He will perfect everything that concerns you. Well, I hope this has helped you. If this has helped you, then please leave me a message on Facebook, on Instagram or YouTube or wherever it is you're watching. And if you've got a question you would like me to answer, then head on over to tommytalks.com/ask and I'll answer your question next time. See you next time. Bye-bye.